As one contagion threatens to ravage financial markets, another spreads across the world. In New York, there were mass demonstrations against the profits of Wall Street. Soon demonstrations spread throughout the US, to cities in Europe, and as far as East Asia. Roads have been blocked by thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. Tent villages have sprung up in city centers. And in some places, anger has turned to violence as citizens protest against a global economic system that they say is failing them. This is the first UK offshoot of the anti-Wall Street protests, and it's growing. Last week, a spillover camp opened in Finsbury Square, not far from here. But what do the protesters want? Some people accuse them of not having a clear, coherent agenda. So is this just another chapter in the anti-globalization, anti-capitalist movement we've seen ebb and flow over the last couple of decades? Or is there a more serious social and political movement being born here? Certainly, the demonstrations attract staunch anti-capitalists.
Capitalism is a cancer, and it's a pathology, it's a sickness. And the manifestation of that pathology is everything that's wrong in your life, my life, and everyone on the planet's life, including the planet.
Others look a little deeper to ask exactly what it is that's gone wrong.
I think it relates to the banking crisis, a crisis that is perceived to have started with collapse of major US banks and financial institutions that have actually grown, exploited this crisis for their benefit, while working people, social security systems, medical care have been slashed by governments.
What the bank's doing is not right, and they sell this type of product. It's a high-risk product, and is not supposed to sell to us. We don't know anything. We are not the fund manager, and we know nothing about it. And this is such a high-risk product, we cannot take it.
It's fair to say that not every protester has an answer. Some are simply reacting to the pain of austerity.
I'm a single parent. My child's only 17, so I've got real concerns about supporting her through university, given that I'm now unemployed. I'm concerned about my financial future. I just think the world's become very, very unfair, and that I have to take a stand about it.
What would I like to see change? I can't really tell you, but something that that makes people just more equal,
The widening gap between rich and poor strikes a chord with these demonstrators. It's a grievance that's fed by a growing resentment towards politicians and bankers, who to many seem untouched by a crisis they are accused of causing.
It's not necessarily a Republican or a Democratic conversation. It's a question about what does it mean to make life less precarious for all of us? What would it mean to be able to see some of the financial productivity that goes on in Wall Street get rechanneled into public education, into healthcare, into jobs that remunerate fairly? So I think a lot of those issues have come up.
So the indignation that has poured onto the streets is beginning to take a more articulated form. But are politicians listening? For now, they seem absorbed by the effort to negotiate policies that must seem abstract and distant for the people here. To find policies that make a visible impact on people's lives, they will need political support, and that will be hard to come by so long as the distrust stays as deep as it is here. Martin Sandbu, Financial Times, London.